I walk into my studio and instantly, the scent of leather and fresh paint hits me. It's comforting, like coming home after 4 long days of back-to-back meetings in Charlotte. But something's off. The velvet armchair I reupholstered 2 months ago sits weirdly, 2 feet away from its usual spot. My sketches, always neatly organized by project date, are now a messy pile on the drafting table. "Jenna?" I call out, letting my portfolio drop by the door. My voice bounces around the room. Too quiet. It's like someone rearranged everything for a magazine shoot, not for real work. I've spent 8 years getting this place just right, every table at the perfect height, each lamp angled for the best light on my drafting work. Suddenly, Jenna bursts in through the back door, coffee sloshing over her mug. She looks everywhere but at me. "Rowan, you're back early." I run my hand along the edge of my design table. "What happened here?" Jenna's shoulders sink. She puts down her coffee and slides her tablet toward me. "Your mom stopped by on Wednesday, dropped off strawberry jam when she heard you were in Charlotte." Her voice gets small as she taps the screen. A magazine article pops up. The headline reads, "Daphne Thorne, Georgia's Hidden Design Gem." My stomach drops. There's a photo, my sister, posing confidently in my studio, her hand on my drafting table. The one I built from reclaimed pine from our grandmother's house. They stole my life's work while I was away. My voice comes out raw and low. Jenna's eyes fill with tears. "Your mom brought the jam, asked about you, then Daphne arrived with photographers an hour later." I tried calling. I grabbed my phone, scrolling through a line of missed calls from Jenna, all while I was tied up in client presentations, phone on silent. The article praises Daphne's unique vision and signature style, while showing off the space I've spent years creating. I swipe through more photos, my lighting fixtures, my shelving, my color palette, all credited to Daphne. Then I freeze. There's my college thesis project, a reading nook I designed using scrap materials, right there in full color. The caption says, "Daphne's early work shows her sustainable approach to design." It hits me my own family set this up. When I was 13, I'd rearrange my bedroom every week, just to see how it felt. Daphne got new curtains and bedspreads. I got odd looks when I dragged home old furniture to fix up. By 17, I was trading and upcycling pieces, shaping my own style. My parents called it playing house, but they bragged about Daphne's grades. I worked 3 jobs to get through design school, waitressing mornings, retail at night, cleaning offices on weekends. My parents didn't give me a dime. Creative careers weren't a safe bet, they said. I remember those years as a fog of exhaustion, paint fumes, and grit. Every piece in this studio means something. I built it all. I didn't take shortcuts. Last month at family dinner, Daphne tossed out the idea of being the face of my company. "You're the talent, Rowan, but let's be honest, I'm better with people." Mom and Dad agree. She smiled, slicing roast. "It just makes sense." I put down my fork. I built this from nothing. I'm not letting someone else take the credit. "Don't be selfish," Mom snapped. "Daphne has connections. She's trying to help you." Dad chimed in, "After all we've done for you." Never mind, he never lifted a finger for my career. I left before dessert, their accusations of ingratitude echoing behind me. I never thought they'd actually do it. My phone rings, snapping me back. It's Mr. Hendricks, my newest client. "Miss Thorne?" "We've decided to go in another direction," he says, voice stiff. "We saw the article about your sister's work and reached out to her." Click. He's gone. Then an email pops up, another client, asking if Daphne is available. And another ping. Daphne has tagged me in a post, thanking me for inspiring her design journey. I steady myself, both hands pressed against my design table, feeling the wood grain. I breathe. My spine straightens. "This is my studio," I say, my voice clear and strong. "And I'm going to fight for it." Jenna wipes her tears away, determination lighting up her face. "Where do we start?" My hands tremble as I open my laptop. That magazine article was just the beginning. After a sleepless night pacing my apartment, I'm ready to see just how far Daphne has taken this. Jenna sits beside me on the desk, 2 fresh coffees steaming between us. "Try her Instagram," she says. She slides one over to me. Her eyes, yeah, they're just as rattled as I feel. I type Daphne's name into the search bar and my stomach sinks. 62,000 followers. Her profile says, budget decor expert and sustainable design consultant. When did that happen? My voice catches. I scroll down. Every photo is like a fresh slap. There's my barn door coffee table, 2015. The built-ins I made for the Callaway's Lake House, 2019. The vintage trunk I turned into a kitchen island last fall. Look at the captions, Jenna whispers. Another weekend transformation. My design. Budget renovation. Creating beauty from abandoned pieces is my passion. Rescue design. Every post is filled with comments. You're so talented. Can you help with my living room? Where did you learn these skills? Over and over, where did you learn these skills? When Daphne replies, it's uncanny. She uses my words. Function should always meet beauty at the intersection of affordability. That's straight out of my old journals, my Pinterest boards from design school. Jenna's already searching. Look at the date on this board. December 2013, the month I finished my first paid renovation. Daphne's board is called My Design Journey. It's packed with photos of my old college projects, my first client work, even my rough sketches, all parading as hers. She's been stealing from me for over a decade. My voice shakes, even though I'm trying to hold it together. This isn't just opportunistic. It's calculated. Jenna's phone buzzes. Her face darkens. Your mom just texted me, she says. She wants to know if we're still doing the follow-up shoot tomorrow. Follow-up shoot? The words feel like acid. Jenna hands me her phone. The text thread with my mother lays it all out. Daphne needs more photos for her portfolio. We'll bring photographers when Rowan's in Charlotte. Rowan might not want people in her studio without permission. It's just family photos, dear. Don't worry so much. I scroll deeper. Messages between my mom and Daphne, which camera angles to use, what projects to feature, even which of my client files to pull for inspiration. There's more, Jenna says, opening her email. The photographer reached out this morning. He realized what was going on and felt uncomfortable. Attached are behind-the-scenes photos, Daphne and my mother running the show, moving my furniture, propping up my sketches. My dad stands in the doorway, watching. The whole family. My chest tightens, the betrayal is heavy and real. My phone rings. The Sterling Group, my biggest client. Miss Thorne? Margaret Sterling here. We're confused about who's actually designing our new office. Your sister contacted us, claiming she's taking over. The room starts to spin. She has no authority. I'm handling your project personally. That's what we thought, but the magazine article says otherwise. It's not authorized. It's not accurate. I'll send over documentation right away. I hang up and bam, there's an email from my bank. Studio loan payment due in 2 days. I open my accounting software and do the math. If this keeps up, I've got 5 months before I'm completely underwater. You've got another email, Jenna says. Chloe Shepard. We sat together through 3 years of design classes. Her message is short. Just saw that magazine spread. That reading nook they're crediting to Daphne? I remember you building it in our senior thesis studio at 2 a.m. What's going on? People know my work, I say. For a second, I feel a little hope. Not everyone will buy Daphne's act. I've got your back, Jenna says. I tried to stop them during the shoot. Your mom swore you gave permission. I should have done more. You did what you could. I squeeze her hand before pulling up my security camera app. Let's see what really happened. The footage is all there, Daphne directing the photographers, pointing out my designs, acting like she built everything. The timestamp shows they spent 4 hours in my studio. I'm calling Harrison Wright, I say, scrolling for my lawyer's number. 30 minutes later, I've laid it all out for Harrison. He listens, more and more concerned. We're talking trespass, unauthorized filming, false endorsement, maybe defamation. I'll start drafting cease and desist letters today, he says. I hang up and stare out the studio window. Rain streaks the glass. For a moment, I almost let the tears come. I press my palms to my eyes, hard, until the tears feel pushed back where they belong. When I let go, my phone screen lights up, a message from the editor. Miss Thorne, I understand there may be an issue with our recent feature. I'm available to discuss this afternoon. I breathe in deep, try to pull myself together. That's something, at least. Jenna, I call out, turning from the window. Pull everything we have, my work history, all of it. Every sketch, every client note, every before and after photo. This isn't just about me anymore. It's about every creator who's had their work stolen. Every artist who had to fight for credit. I'm not backing down. Next morning, my phone buzzes me awake. For notifications. Friends have sent me Daphne's latest post. My thumb feels heavy as I open it. There she is standing in my studio, her hands stroking the custom shelving I built. Thank you all for the overwhelming support. Her voice floats out, polished and sweet. I'm so grateful to finally share my design journey with the world. The camera pans across my space, my tables, my lighting, all those nights of calculations and sweat. She's claiming it all as hers. Delete, I whisper, shutting the app and tossing my phone onto the bed. The landline rings. Mrs. Pendleton, Mom's bridge partner, 20 years running. Rowan, dear, your mother just called with the wonderful news about you and Daphne working together. You're both in Georgia-style this month. My throat tightens. That's not actually always knew you girls would make a perfect team. Your creativity, Daphne's way with people. Your parents are so proud. After her, 3 more family friends call, all congratulating me on this partnership I never agreed to. By noon, the article is everywhere. 6 design blogs have picked it up. By evening, the local news is running a segment on the Thorne sisters taking Georgia's design world by storm. Jenna hands me coffee as we sit in my studio, watching my reputation get shredded in real time. How do they sleep at night? She asks, voice small. I don't answer. I just walk to the storage closet and haul out my portfolio, 8 years of work, all organized. I spread everything out on the floor. Dated sketches, photos of empty rooms turned beautiful, handwritten thank you notes from clients. This, I tell her, running my finger over a 2019 sketch, is proof. I find my old college thesis, the reading nook Daphne now calls her early work. Professor Crane had scribbled across the top, exceptional spatial awareness. You have a genuine gift, Rowan. My hand shakes as I touch an old photo, my first office, just a converted storage room above a flower shop. I used to sleep on a second-hand futon, shower at the gym, scrape by while building my client list. Remember Elaine Vance? I asked Jenna, showing her the before and after of a Victorian parlor. Your first big client, Jenna nods. She hired me when I had nothing except a borrowed camera and some hand-drawn sketches. She said, "You've got something special, young lady." I'm willing to bet on it. I can feel the strength coming back into my voice. I built this once. I'll do it again if I have to. The studio door chimes. Daphne sweeps in, Mom right behind her, both with fancy coffee cups and those careful, practiced smiles. There she is. Daphne calls out, arms wide for a hug I don't give. The creative genius behind it all. I stay where I am, surrounded by my scattered work. Why are you here? We brought coffee, Mom says, dropping into her best concerned mother voice. Thought we should talk about next steps. The article's gotten a great response. Daphne sets her cup down, careful not to touch my evidence. Look, Rowan, I know you're upset, but all this publicity is good for both of us. We can share the spotlight. There's room for both Thorne sisters. This is what family does, Mom chimes in, sinking into the consultation chair. We help each other succeed. I laugh, and it sounds strange even to me. Help each other? You didn't help me succeed. You tried to take what I already built. Daphne's smile slips. That's a bit dramatic. Really? You took credit for my work. Used my designs to get paying clients. Pretended my years of sacrifice were yours. I point to the security camera in the corner. And now you're standing in my studio, keeping up the lie. Mom's eyes go wide, following my hand. You're recording us? Your own family? I record everyone who comes in here. It's for security. My phone lights up, one text, then another, then a third. Daniel Rhodes, my old mentor from design school, caught the news. 15 years of your design work, all documented. Tell me what you need. Professor Crane chimes in, of course, she remembers that reading nook. It was my thesis project. She still has my old presentation boards stored somewhere. Then the Morgans reach out, last spring's clients from that big Georgian revival. We hired you for your vision, not your sister's. How can we help set the record straight? Something in me shifts. The loneliness I felt after Daphne's betrayal starts to fade. In its place, this odd, defiant strength takes root. I face Daphne and my mother. You should go, I tell them. My voice doesn't shake this time. My attorney will be here soon. Attorney? My mother's hand jumps to her throat. Surely, we can settle this as a family. You lost that chance when you planned a commercial photo shoot in my studio without asking. Right then, my phone rings. It's Martin Klein, my lawyer. Good news, he says. The magazine and your sister used your copyrighted designs without permission. We have a solid case. I've got cease and desist letters ready, with a 24-hour deadline for retraction. I keep my eyes on Daphne as I answer. Deliver them today. Daphne's confidence crumples. She scrambles for her phone, typing furiously. No doubt she's reaching out to the magazine, hoping to fix what she broke. Within the hour, the article vanishes, replaced by some bland content under review notice. Mother leaves 3 voice messages that night. She starts out angry, but by the 3rd call, I hear uncertainty creeping in. For the first time since this all began, I sleep straight through till morning. The next day, Jenna and I meet Patricia Saunders, a reputation management pro. Document everything, Patricia says, scanning our timeline of evidence. Every unauthorized post, every stolen design, every false claim. We'll prepare statements for your clients and contacts. Set the record straight, but don't sound defensive. We boost security. New cameras. Locks changed. I make Jenna the only one allowed in the studio when I'm gone. This isn't just about me anymore, I tell them, going over our checklist. It's about every creator. If I let this slide, I'm saying it's fine to steal years of someone's work. After they leave, I spot something I missed before. Buried in Daphne's earliest social media posts, I find designs she couldn't have created, copyrighted patterns, tweaked just enough to fly under the radar. I find receipts from her consultations, using my portfolio as her own, and client contracts she broke by lying about being the designer. I spread out a map, circle a spot in another state, a place bustling with design work, far from all this family drama. They think they know my next move, I whisper to the empty studio. They have no idea. 3 days later, I sit with all the documents and evidence. I read my email one last time before hitting send. 37 pages attached, proving every design Daphne claimed was mine. I send it to every client I've ever had. This ends today, I whisper. Jenna glances up from her laptop, working on our press release. How does this sound? The interior studio regrets to announce that unauthorized commercial photography took place on our premises during Miss Thorne's absence. Perfect, I tell her, watching my phone ping with delivery confirmations. And make sure everyone knows Daphne has 0 design credentials. Within 20 minutes, my inbox explodes. Design bloggers want statements. Colleagues express outrage. 3 former professors offer sworn statements about my student work. This network I never realized I had starts to form, like furniture filling an empty room. Martin calls with an update. We filed copyright claims on all of Daphne's social accounts. Expect movement soon. I check Instagram as we chat. Daphne's polished feed, 8 years of my work, all labeled as hers, starts vanishing, post by post. The satisfaction feels sharp and hot in my chest. An hour later, the studio door chimes. My mother stands there, holding a ceramic dish bundled in a kitchen towel. Her eyes are red. I brought your favorite peach cobbler, she says, voice trembling. I don't answer. I keep sorting client testimonials at my drafting table. Rowan, please, this has gone too far. She sets the cobbler down, twisting her hands. We were just trying to help your business grow. By stealing it? I ask, my voice steady, even as the anger burns. That's a funny way to define help. Daphne looks shattered. My phone buzzes. I pick up, still staring at her. Yeah, those sketches are mine, 2019. No, my sisters never had design training. Yes, I've got the original contract. Mom's face folds in on itself. She sets down the cobbler and walks out without a word. Later that night, Dad calls. His voice is clipped cold. You're destroying this family's reputation. People are talking. Good, I think. Let them. I scroll through the design blog that just ran a whole expose on what happened. If people want to gossip, let them talk about how my own family tried to rob me of my work. Daphne posts an apology video. I watch it, her crying, insisting she only wanted to help promote her sister's talent. The comments section isn't buying it. People remember years of tension, the patterns, the theft. Someone calls it systematic. Ouch! Caroline, a longtime family friend, texts, happy to help mediate this misunderstanding between you girls. I answer, the evidence speaks for itself. There's nothing to mediate. By morning, everything's flipped. The Georgia Design Association puts out a statement about creative ownership, no names, but everybody knows. Old clients post before and after shots of their homes, tagging me. The real designer behind my dream kitchen. The magazine issues a retraction and apology. The editor even calls, sounding mortified. We had no idea. We've cut ties with the photographer who set this up. Daphne's follower count nosedives. New clients reach out, making sure their contracts say Daphne can't touch my work. Parents' friends send awkward texts, disappointed in my folks. My phone rings again. Daphne's name pops up. I almost ignore it, but pick up anyway. She's sobbing. You're ruining everything for me. My followers, my reputation, I cut her off. You mean my followers? My reputation. You can't lose what was never yours. Suddenly, Mom's on speakerphone, her voice sharp. We were just trying to help you both succeed. You've always been so stubborn about doing things your way. I laugh dry. My way? You mean legally? Ethically? The way that doesn't involve stealing? A minute later, an email from Dad. Maybe I misjudged. Let's talk about moving forward as a family. For the first time in 15 years, family dinner's canceled. The group chat goes dead. I wander my studio, running my hands over the tables I built, fabrics I chose, lights I designed. They still don't get why this matters. Probably never will. Movers are coming tomorrow to start the packing. My new Savannah lease is signed, sitting on my desk. 3 clients have already agreed to keep working with me, even from a distance. Jenna's given notice on her place. I stand at the window, watching dusk settle over the garden Mom helped plant when I first opened the studio. The ache in my chest is sharp, but it doesn't change my mind. Sometimes you have to leave to move forward, I tell Jenna as she files away the last of today's documents. She nods, she gets it. Some places, once someone violates them, just aren't home anymore. 3 days later, I grab the last roll of bubble wrap, the plastic snapping as I pack another framed certificate. The studio feels empty already, echoes, bare shelves, blank walls. I direct the packing. Those portfolios go in the reinforced boxes. Jenna nods, labeling every container with careful, tiny writing. Then the bell above the door rings. I don't need to look up. The smell of Mom's perfume is already swirling with cardboard and dust. Her voice slices through the quiet. What is all this? She stares from the doorway, Dad and Daphne behind her like backup singers, waiting for their line. She clutches her throat, dramatic as always. Rowan, you can't just leave your family. I keep wrapping a lamp base. I'm not leaving my family. I'm moving my business. Dad steps forward, all business, golf shirt, pressed khakis, folder in hand. Let's be reasonable. We can make this work for everyone. He hands over a folder. A partnership agreement. Daphne handles social, you do the designs. Thorn and Thorn interior design. Has a nice ring, don't you think? Daphne slips past him, eyes darting around at what's left of the studio. I'm pulling down every post and video, she insists, her phone already out. Look, see? I'm deleting them right now. I don't even bother to answer. I just wrap the lamp, drop it in the box, and press down the packing tape. The sound is loud and sharp and drowns out whatever desperate promise she's making. Too late, I say, not even raising my voice. I walk to my design table. There's a black binder waiting there. I've been ready for this. I open the binder and turn it toward them. First page, my sketches from back in 2013, all dated and notarized. Next, Daphne's Pinterest board from 2014. She posted my concepts and called them hers. I flip through, one by one. Pages 3 through 17, screenshots of my designs on Daphne's social media, each with a timestamp. For years she did this. Mother reaches over, tries to close the binder. Rowan, this is ridiculous. I move her hand away, gentle but firm. Page 18, financial records. Clients bailed after that magazine stunt. $52,000 in losses. Dad's face goes pale. Numbers always reach him. I take out my phone and hit play. Daphne's voice fills the studio. Of course I borrowed from Rowan's portfolio. She's got the talent, but I make it marketable. That's how family works. Daphne lunges for my phone. You recorded me? That's illegal. I look at her, calm. Georgia's a one-party consent state. And this isn't about forgiveness. It's about consequences. The door opens. My attorney, Sarah Bennett, walks in, leather portfolio in hand. She lays out 3 identical documents on the table. The settlement terms are simple, she says, her voice clipped and cold. Public retraction, Daphne admits I'm the real designer. Financial compensation for my lost clients, for the damage to my reputation. Daphne stays out of commercial interior design for 3 years. Mother just slumps into my packing chair. This is absurd. There's more, I say. Daphne will publish a statement admitting I'm the designer behind everything she claimed as hers. And you, I look at my parents. Both stay out of my business. Forever. Sarah places 3 pens down. Sign today, or we file the lawsuit tomorrow. The magazine's legal team already folded. Daphne's mask finally slips. You always had the talent I wanted, she screams, tears streaming down her face. You have no idea what it's like to watch someone turn trash into beauty while I can't even pick throw pillows. Mother breaks down, really breaks down this time. Sobs rack her shoulders. Not crocodile tears. Dad stands there, stuck in place, staring at the settlement and the half-packed studio. He finally sees it, the mess they made. I walk to the door and hold it open. Moving trucks come at 8 tomorrow. I won't be here. When they leave, Jenna locks the door and flips the sign to closed. She glances at me. You okay? I nod. And this time I mean it. Better than I thought. Next morning, I stand across the street, watching movers load up the last boxes. The family car creeps past. All 3 of them look out at the empty studio, but they don't stop. Jenna walks through one last time, turning off the lights, design area, consultation space, kitchenette, bathroom. Each section goes dark and turn. I cross the street, slip my new business card into the window. New address, 3 states away. My hand lingers on the doorframe, remembering everything 8 years of building, 8 years of fighting for myself. Ready? Jenna asks, carrying the last potted plant. The moving truck grumbles to life. Marcus, my assistant designer, waits in his car, ready to follow. Trevor, my new business manager, sits next to him. My chosen family. I glance back just once. Some family you're born with, I say, turning away, and some you choose. I don't look back again. 3 months later, I'm standing in the center of my new studio. Sunlight pours through windows twice as big as my old ones. I left Atlanta, left my old life, chose myself over the family that betrayed me. The place smells like fresh paint and old wood. I adjust a vintage lamp, the same one I saved from a thrift store when I was 17. Rowan, they're here. Jenna calls from the front, her voice bright with excitement. I smooth my blazer, take a deep breath. Our first big client in our new city has just arrived for the ribbon cutting. The Andersons put their faith in me to breathe new life into their historic farmhouse, even with 3 states between us, even with everything that happened. Marcus, the newest on my team, lines up the last chairs. Emma, our junior designer, tweaks the refreshment table. Both of them move with this easy confidence, totally in sync with the vision we've built together. No one here treats my designs like something to snatch or copy. The space pulses with energy. It feels alive, Mrs. Anderson whispers as she steps in, her husband nodding beside her, like it has a heartbeat. That's exactly what I wanted, I tell her, and for the first time in months, my smile feels real. After the champagne and the hugs, I slip away to my private design nook. There's a gallery wall right in front of me, my old design school sketches, photos from my very first apartment flips, magazine spreads with my name, actually my name, printed under every project. In the center, there's a pro shot of my college thesis, the reading nook that Daphne once tried to pass off as hers. I haven't just reclaimed the credit. I've taken back my joy. My journal's open on the drafting table, full of the therapy assignments that helped me work through the betrayal. Next to it sits the outline for the mentorship program I'm launching soon, something for young designers who grew up with family drama like mine. Time and a little care can turn some wounds into purpose. Mail arrives with Jenna's afternoon coffee. She sorts fast, then slows out a cream-colored envelope. "Your mother," she says, setting it on my desk. I know the handwriting right away. Her third apology letter, each one longer, each one unopened. It joins the others in my drawer. Some relationships can't be redesigned. Not yet. Maybe never. My father doesn't write at all. Last I heard, he still can't admit what he did. Daphne signed up for real design classes last month, starting from scratch, learning the basics she once tried to steal. Someone from Atlanta sent me that update. I never asked. The door chimes. Our afternoon clients have arrived. Jenna welcomes them. "I hear, are you the famous designer?" Float in from the reception area. I step out of my office, standing tall. "I'm Rowan Thorne. This is my studio." No hesitation. No shrinking back. I claim it now every bit. Later, when the studio's quiet, an email pops up. Interior Vision magazine wants to feature my new space. My name right at the top. Minutes later, a new award nomination lands in my inbox, this one for my honest approach to design and storytelling. The mentorship program already has 12 applicants. Even my old design school wants me to speak about creative ownership and setting boundaries. After hours, I stand in the center of my studio, lights low and warm. There's a photo of my first furniture project, a crooked bookshelf I built when I was 14, hanging next to my latest award-winning design. I run my fingers along the wall, steady and solid under my hand. This is the interior that matters most. The one where I finally see my own worth.